Hi guys, it's Rachel here, and we are doing Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, and we are going to reveal the new prompts. So it's going to be Christmas bird for the Christmas prompt, or winter bird or snowy owl for our winter prompt. So I'll repeat, Christmas bird for the Christmas prompt, or for the winter one, winter bird or snowy owl. So I think we're going to see some really fun projects with this one. And then our feature element, which is going to be interesting, is a belly band. Okay, so a belly band in the journaling world is a piece that can go across this way, that's loose, that you tuck something in, or it goes down the page and you chuck something in that way. So that will be interesting. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it on this page or the next page. As we had mentioned in the beginning of this project, we were incorporating a little bit of junk journaling in with the stitching. So that's why we have a belly band as a feature. So I'm sure both Sass will do it in her video, or she'll do it separately, but I'll probably do my belly band separately. Now you could also make a belly band. I guess you could make one, a long one, and make it as a wrap around your journal. That could also be an option. Or correct me if I'm wrong, dear sister Sarah. So I thought I've done quite a lot of pages with just one piece of fabric. So I think it's time to patch up my fabric, do some, patch fabrics. I have a lovely hole here with some rusting on this old piece of linen. I don't think it's like super antique or anything. And I'm thinking I'm going to go with a more beige sort of background. I need some scissors. That would help. That would help. Let's see. I don't think I want a huge piece of this one, so I'm going to trim that off so that way I don't have to iron it. This is one of my favorite pieces of hemp. I've absolutely hoarded it for years. Mum had some too, and I think she's used all of hers. And I've got this piece of linen. I'm wondering if it's a little bit dark. I'm not sure. Anyway, what I do is I lay it down and then I remove things. I don't want that hole to be covered. So sort of working on my base, and then we'll be working on, I thought I might have this. I think I've used a piece of this already, but I thought it could be nice maybe shooting along the side there. I am going to be doing a little bit of embroidery, so I don't want to embroider on that. And then I do have this lovely piece of, I could have used this. So how is everyone today? I hope you're well. I could completely change my mind, Oh, here's a smaller piece. So yeah, I just went in my little scrap basket and pulled out all of my smaller, more neutral coloured pieces. Could have that there. Maybe I don't. No, I need a bit of a lighter colour because I've got all these darker colours. Although I would snip that off so I get more of the pattern. But I might be coming too busy. Let's just see, because then you might not be able to see so well my stitchery. I don't mind that, but I think it's all a bit dark. Maybe start again. I could put that one there, turn that one back around that way so they meet, and I can have that going over there. Let's try again. Do I prefer this one to the heavy hemp? I might. Oh, it's a better colour. Okay, so we won't use the hemp. And I'm not going to use that. That's a lovely linen. It's too dark. That's a French General linen. I've got that piece. Oh, no, that is here. I might just put it sideways there, or no, maybe I'll use this piece. I might take that edging off. And put that one down there. Doesn't quite reach. No, I want it to be lighter. This colour, but it's a totally different colour. Oh, here's some more linen. Can't rip it. It's a really old piece of linen, that one. Like really old, not old as in antique old, just old that I've had a long time. I think I like that piece. So, I'll put that piece there. And they do blend in. They could come in. I think I like that. See, then that will bring it. But I'm going to take that edge off because that's lumpy. All right. We'll have a piece of that going on there. So let's take that off. Trim it down. Put that there. Yes, this is it. This is going to be my background. And I'm going to put that there just to break that up. Maybe will I have it that way? No, I liked it that way. That's going to go there. And I don't know, I might put a little bit of lace on it somewhere, I think. We'll pull up the laces in a second. So, oh, here's a little piece of tea-dyed something. No, I think I've got enough elements on there. I could put it there if I wanted to. But I think I've got enough elements. It's becoming a bit boxy and we don't like boxy. So what I'll do is I'll just pin that down. I'll go off camera and I'll go off camera and just stitch it with my little invisible stitch. It won't take me long. And then I'll be back. Or maybe I won't do any of that. We'll talk about the composition already. No, I want to stitch it down and then we can do the rest. So just pin it all in place so it doesn't move around too much. Then I've got my thread here. I like to use, this is just like a tatting sort of thread, I think. Get a nice long piece and grab a needle. I might start in the center so I don't get any wobbly bits. So I can flatten it as I go. So I'm just going to start here. Whoops, I need to put a pin in there. Now you've all seen this many times unless you're new. Little teeny tiny, I know I'm not zoomed in, but you don't need me to zoom in for this. It's little teeny tiny invisible stitches. And I do it all over. So long stitches at the back and little stitches at the front. And I learnt that from Jude Hill. And I think it's the best. And it really is worth taking the time to do it. It kind of gives you like a little sort of quilted effect. And you just got to make sure you catch all of your edges. So I'm just going to go, I'll work my way down that way and then I'll go up that way. And I start in the center. So that way, see that all that bunching there, I'll be able to iron that out. And then your piece sort of becomes one piece and you can really manage it so much better. I'm just going to come down there and put a stitch to make sure that stays, and then I just sort of go right to the edge and then come down to this edge and then go across there. Like so. Okay, So I'll pause my video, I'll get that done, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, so here I'm back. I've done my stitching on my little bird. I'm going to put my bird, I'm actually going to bring it down a little bit there. And that now I'm going to grab my Friction pen if I can find it. Just a sec. That's always a challenge. Well, oh, here it is. I try to put it away in where my scissors are. Now I'm going to have a branch that I'm going to be doing some embroidery, so I'm just going to draw more or less how my branch is going to be. Hopefully you can see it. It's going to have a little branch coming down here, one up there, down there, and there. And we'll do this next week. We're just figuring out, we've done our background and our composition. I will just applique these little bits down. Don't worry, it'll look better once it's done, I hope. I'll have one coming down here. And I haven't decided yet if I'll do fully canter stitch my background or not, because there's going to be these branches, so I don't want to detract away too much also from the embroidery. So I'll just see what I'm going to do. I'll decide that. I would do it afterwards anyway. And then that can continue up there, and I'm going to have a branch over here. I'm also going to get my beads out. I've decided to get my beads out. We have a branch shooting up here. There. And then we're going to have, like, there's a second branch. It's going to shoot up behind there, like so. So it just sort of fills in your background a little bit. And we might have a little one coming down here, filling in our gaps, and a branch shooting up there and up there. And now I'm going really cray-cray. So I guess my bird is not so Christmassy, is it? I guess I'm doing really a more wintry bird. Yes, I think my bird is more, I want to embroider that there, a bit more wintry, and we might have one over here. Okay, oh, we could have a little branch here, just a little one. And then I wondered whether I might, because I've got that space up there, I've got some stamped bits here. Let's see if I've got what I might be interested in. I don't know. Don't know if I want a wreath. There's a Christmassy sort of bird, but that would cover, I would like that there, but it's going to cover up my hole. I don't know if I want to cover up my hole. No, that I don't like that. Where are my other ones? Or I could come in with a bit of lace. My boxes are now, all my little baskets that I had sort of put aside, they've all they're all mixed. They're in a bit of a mess now, so I don't know what's in them. Just have to search. I can't see anything in there. Got some lace. Is this a lace one? Lace and trims. I haven't used many trims, have I? This very old trim. Oh, it's a very nice colour. Oh, does go quite well with that, doesn't it? So I could always put that on. I think I've used that lace a bit. I have used that one. So I could always put a piece of lace, or otherwise I'll put some sort of stamped bit. I was thinking I might like, you know, like a word or something like that, but I'll have to find where they are. Could be, I've got one last option. I did have them in a pouch, but I can't seem to find the pouch. I think I took them out of the pouch. Not those. But anyway, we'll work it out next week. I think I know that's all old stitching stuff that I have is incomplete, so I'm not finding it at the moment. I did tidy up all the fabrics, like in the sense I folded them. Well, I do have words somewhere, so we'll find them next week and see if I'm going to put them there, or I might put a lace or a trim. That's the options. So we'll look at that next week. I'm feeling very hungry. I think I need to go and eat something. So I'm just going to do a little overcast stitch. I want that at an angle there. There'll be a little beak here. I'll probably embroider that and a little eye. And it'll all stitch down. It'll look much better when it's stitched down. Do a little bit of embroidery on there. And then, of course, all of this will need to be done. So, yeah, I really like this one. So I hope you enjoyed that. So remember what the features are, what the prompts are. Let me remind you, Christmas bird or winter bird or snowy owl and a belly band. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. I told a lie, I'm back because I forgot that I was asked, let me put these all away out of my way, how did Mum, and while we're on the sewing subject, how did Mum put this together? So if you look at the back, I mean, look at the stitches. They are all stitches. So what Mum does, I had a chat to her this morning. She has a big piece of fabric. She chooses her big piece, like she has a very big piece of, it's just muslin, or in the US, and calico in Australia and the UK. So just a very light cotton, inexpensive cotton. She just cuts a very big piece of it, and then she literally just starts putting down her big pieces of fabric. Now, do not start with your little piddly pieces of fabric like these ones, because you'll be there forever trying to coordinate a million pieces. She starts with big pieces of fabric, and then she'll come back and layer over the top. And she just starts stitching them down. And I can't see that. No, here she's gone right across. Sometimes Mum changes direction on pieces as well. But on this one, she has changed colour of thread. The threads are all different, but they're not too thick. And she just does the running stitch, the camphor stitch, all the way across. So she starts with a big piece, and I said to her, do you start in the middle? And she said, no, start up in the corner. So she starts up in the corner, and then she starts layering her fabrics on one big piece of fabric. Okay. Yes, so I hope that helps anyone who was interested in how Mum made this beautiful piece for Lulu. She's got many on the go at her place. It's like a treasure trove. Yeah, but that's how she does it. So like what we do here, but these are small. So this is on a piece of fabric. She does the same, but it's just on a big piece of fabric. So there we go. I really am going now. So have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching, and happy stitching. Bye.